now. So how have you seen this World Cup play out? What are your key takeaways?
Oh, I mean, India obviously the form side and will be the favourites going into that final. The two best teams are probably in there. I think Australia lost their first two games, but have played some fantastic cricket leading into that. India will definitely be the favourites. The conditions, the way they're playing, 120,000 people at Ahmedabad supporting them. I think the momentum's in their favour, but never write off Australia. They're always a great team, especially in playoff situations as well.
Okay, so as far as this entire World Cup is concerned, you've played games against India earlier, and you've been in teams that defeated India. But what is different this time around? India beat New Zealand in the semis.
I think obviously playing at home, playing in Mumbai, knowing the conditions. The toss obviously played a big part. Once India got 390 odd, there was always going to be a difficult proposition for New Zealand to go out there and win. But I think India played fantastic cricket and deserved their win. For obviously the Indian public's sake, them to go out there and win this final, and I don't think we'll be a surprise if they do that.
As far as the New Zealand side is concerned, a lot of key players, Williamson, Saudi, they're all at the fag end of their career. So how do you see this smooth transition from this generation to the next?
I think that's always the tough one. I think experience always plays a key, but you've got to give the youngsters an opportunity. I think you've seen with the batters, there's a lot of talent in the batting. I think we need to find some fast bowlers, because I think Kane Williamson will still play for a bit longer, but Bolt and Southee probably don't have bowlers obviously don't have the same longevity as batters.
Rachin Ravindra has proven his class in this World Cup. So how do you see his potential for the years to come?
Oh, massive. I think, if Kane didn't get injured, Rachin probably wouldn't have played. So the way he's gone about it, the calmness that he showed while batting has been fantastic. New Zealand need him to continue that progress going forward.
So Australia and New Zealand have always had a great rivalry in cricket, but this time around, Australia have not had a great run overall when you look at the tournament. So how do you see it panning out?
No, I think they obviously lost two games at the start, but they played fantastic cricket. Obviously a lot of their players have IPL success and experience, and I think they'll be calling on that come their time in India.
So in the final against India, do you think the onus will be on the Australian batters or the bowlers? How do you see this balance?
I think the onus will be on the bowlers. I think to put India under pressure, you need early wickets, and not a lot of teams have been able to get, the way Gill and Rowett have been batting has been fantastic, and laying that platform for, Kohli and the rest, Shreyas Iyer to come in and play their game. For Australia to have any chance, I think they need to do what they did to South Africa, and get those early wickets to stop the momentum. It's not also about bowling them out. It's just stopping that momentum on the Indian players being able to try and hit big early, with doing that.
So from your experience, how is it like playing a World Cup final? Is the preparation more about net practice in sessions, or is it more about mental preparation?
Yeah, I think and rest and recovery. Playing 10 games of one-day cricket in this heat. Obviously, India are used to it, but that still takes a lot out of you. So I think the way that they recover is going to be important. One or two hits is not going to be the difference between scoring runs. It's all upstairs, and I'm sure that's all that Rahul will be trying to do.
Yeah, so a lot of players, perhaps this will be their last World Cup, be it Rohit Sharma, Ravichandran Ashwin, perhaps even Virat Kohli. But how do you see the legacy of this generation of cricketers?
Well, I think if they win, obviously that's a big feather in their cap. Rohit's been a fantastic leader and batsman for the world, not only just Indian cricket, but the world cricket. So, they need to, whatever they decide to do, World Cups are the pinnacle. So I'm sure there will be some retirements in the years to come.
The same for the Australian side, David Warner and Steve Smith as well?
Yeah, well, Dave Warner's already said that he's retiring, so there obviously won't be any surprise there. But as with every World Cup, there's also going to be retirement, so I'm sure it's going to be no different for Australia.
Final question, Mohammad Shami has been the leading wicket taker in this World Cup. So are you surprised? How do you see the spell that he's had, and what are your thoughts?
Well, I mean, he's been fantastic. I think, obviously India thought losing the balance of the side when Hardik Pandya came out. But the way Shami's come in and picked up from that, it's probably a bit of a blessing. He's been fantastic. He's backed up Siraj and Bumrah really well, and then obviously the class spinners in the middle. But no, he's been nothing short of amazing, and I'm sure it's going to be a tough decision to see whether it's him or Kohli that get player of the tournament. So it's a good. I wouldn't want that job, but I'm sure it's going to be a good discussion to have.
So, but Pacer doing so well and being the leading wicket taker, isn't this an unusual trend? Are you surprised?
Yeah, I mean, but then I just think it just shows you how good a bowler he's been, and when he's only played 6 games as well, he hasn't been there the whole time. So, no, he's been a fantastic bowler, and I think it's just good that he's come out and got his due reward for being a consistent performer for India over the years.